Hello, hi everyone. Have you ever wondered why Indian electrical wires are so messier and why India does not use underground wiring? So, I have the same thought. So, we digged into it and here is a report. Before we proceed further, please subscribe to our channel and thank you for opening this video. So, let's dive into the topic. If you are living in India, might have seen this kind of messier wires overhanging on your heads, and it is most common sight in the cities more than in villages. Why these are so many wires in India? So if you are thinking that it's only the electrical department fault, no, it's actually not. There are telephone lines overhanging on your heads and also optical fiber nets which we are using for our Wi-Fi. So government has rules but most people does not actually follow, and government even lacks something is that how much of the wire should pass through a single pole that has it been established for the electricity. So why can't we just go and change for the underground, you may ask me. But the reason is there are two reasons. India is a vast country and also most importantly it's a most dense populated country. So it is very hard for Indian government to dig holes in every place. And not only that, it needs to stop its electrical supply every time for 8 to 10 hours in order to continuously work for it. So that's the reason, and it puts a more enormous of economical cost for us. So government does not want it to put that much of amount just to renovate something that's already there. So why we have been here at the time? So when we got the freedom, most of the people who actually has electricity is seen as a luxury, not an essential goods. Until 2000s there is no essential reason for homes to have electricity. That's the reason most of the villages has been left out in dark for many years. Until recently, even before 2015, India has many villages which does not have electricity. So most people who wanted to have electricity, government was only took care of them. That means how to keep the line, electrical line for their homes. That means people who had demand or the industries who had demand, they did not care about the future uses. That's the reason we got here. We are in this place because there is a lack of urban planning in India. So don't just blame our Indian people. So if you are thinking about underground wiring, why we are not doing it, I actually explained it. But not even all the European countries, including the Asian countries, which we have seen as a technologically most advanced nation like Japan, does not use it. The reason is simply tsunamis or earthquakes. It's very hard to repair underground wiring. Of course, there is a very less maintenance for underground wiring, but if something happen, it will be very hard to repair and it is more costlier in the underground repairing. If it is in the overhead hanging like we see normally, it is very easy and you can actually see where the lines has been cut or where the disturbances has been occurring, because it's visible to our eye and it's easy to fix this. So that's the reason overhanging. So what about the European nations? Not even all the European nations have. Even those nations or cities that have underground wiring, if you go out from the city, it's mostly overhead wiring. Even in the US, even in the Paris electricity grid is also the same thing. So it does not matter overhanging or underground wiring. So let's talk about those cities that actually implemented underground wiring in India. Goa is a state that is super impressive in this area. And second thing is Delhi Chandni Chowk. Due to the enormous traffic and overhanging wires, Delhi government has put enormous amount to make the Chandni Chowk look cleaner. So they made underground cables. Coming to the Telangana, there is a many processes, but there is no improvement in that. But in Vizag, there is 70% electrical wiring is converted into the underground wiring. This is a great improvement for the under Vizag. But just because electrical department makes underground wiring feasible, that does not mean our streets look cleaner. There is one biggest mistake if you are thinking like this. The messier the reason is, there is also telephone connections and also mostly Wi-Fi connection, optical fiber cables. These are the two things that cause messier. So in order to improve this, government needs strict regulations and also we need to understand. If we wanted to change, we need to suffer for some days. So see you again in next video. Thank you very much for watching till the end.